What's going on, everyone? Hope y'all are doing well. Gonna be doing my first disc review today, so I'm pretty excited to give this style of video a go and kind of figure out how to do a good job with giving an overview and just a nice, unbiased, honest review with some throw examples. So today we're gonna be reviewing the Loft discs Bohrium. I want to say a big thank you to Loft for sending me a few of these in the mail all the way from Denmark for free, so I could give them a try and try to throw some bombs with them. And then eventually as well, you know, trying to use them in the Project 800 feet, 90 miles an hour series to see if we can hit some monster distances. So thanks again, Loft. I really appreciate you guys sending me these discs, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'll probably title this something like Aerospace Engineer Reviews the Fastest Disc in the World, or something silly like that. But originally I went to school for aerospace engineering, and that's what I did for my professional, or at least for my career, for the first year or so before I got into doing the math education, software business, and some of the startups that I did, and then now, you know, into sports performance coaching. But I grew up basically aerospace engineer at heart. Went through high school, valedictorian, went to UCF, graduated my aerospace degree in like 3 years. So I'm a huge nerd about it and super passionate. And I find aerodynamics and physics so fascinating, and that's what has me excited to try these discs because, so it's pretty much maxed out as far as rim width and rim depth. It's about as fast as you can have a PDGA legal disc. But they did some really cool engineering, which is really what got me interested in the disc. The bottom of the rim is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bit rounded on that inner edge. And what I find interesting about that is, and I'm going to probably do a full video on the physics of disc flight, but usually, ideally, when we throw a driver, we throw it around, you know, -4 degrees angle of attack, which is called nose down. But as it's flying during its flight this way, because the descent rate increases and because of gyroscopic precession, which is the balance between basically the pitching moment and the gyroscopic stability in the disc, the nose angle increases steadily through flight, and then eventually it ends up in a positive nose angle, positive angle of attack in the latter portion of flight. And that means that we then get air coming underneath the disc, which comes into this bottom corner and creates a stagnation point, and that induces more pressure drag on the disc. So I'm hoping that these things will have much less pressure drag and overall drag force in that latter portion of flight, so that they can have an even higher effective speed rating than what is suggested. And the numbers that they have is 14 speed, 6 glide, -1 turn, 3 fade. I plugged it into my little spreadsheet, which has my semi-quantitative, semi-empirical, like adjusted speed rating equation. And I think this thing actually might be closer to like a 15 speed. And it could even behave faster than that, given the engineering that they went into it. So yeah, I'm really excited to try these new ones. I have been throwing this max weight Alpha Solid, this blue one that I bought locally. So I've thrown this a few times, but they sent me these opaque ones are absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best looking discs I've ever seen. So we're gonna give this one obviously some throws, and then the 3 new ones they sent me, we're gonna give them some tests. So without further ado, I'm gonna throw these on some standard X steps. So I'll throw my normal one first. And I think I'm just going to try to throw it on a flat, slight hyzer release here and see what it does. Full disclosure, I am working on form right now, and I'm also adjusting my power grip. So I'll give some commentary and some context on my releases because they might not be super consistent. But I'll try to do my best here. Okay, not a bad release, pretty decent. Nice little turn, progresses to the fade pretty quick. I'll put the numbers up on the screen. I'm gonna go GPS all of these when I go out there to grab them. But that one was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 500. Really nice flight. Okay, now we have another max weight, medium to small dome on this one. Okay, that one is definitely a beefcake, and I also did not put a good move on it, so I kind of noob hyzered. This is the flattest one, another max weight. It's also pretty stable, but it goes really far, pretty straight. So a little flip up, strong fade at the end. And then this is the one with the mega dome. I'm excited for this one. I don't know if you can see that profile. Huge dome, definitely helps the grip too, because this thing has a really wide rim. Oh yeah, it's very stable. Also good glide. I mean, that might have gone close to 500. We'll get those distances up on the screen live, and I'll go grab those and I'll be right back. All right, so I was pretty happy with those first set of throws, especially with the new ones. Nice range of stabilities. So what I noticed with them is the flatter ones are more overstable and the domier ones are more understable, which is kind of nice because, you know, usually more dome is basically like increasing the degree of camber on an airfoil, which increases glide at zero angle of attack. So the domier one's gonna ride the turn longer and glide a little bit longer. And then the flatter one is gonna probably be better for headwinds. And I think actually the flat top one of these could be a bit of a sleeper for throwing far into headwinds, because as the incoming airstream velocity increases, the drag increases as a result of the square of the incoming airstream velocity. So if you're throwing like 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, you have a 10 or 15 mile an hour headwind, it can make an enormous difference in drag, which means a more aerodynamic disc is going to move the needle more for being able to penetrate through the air and lose less velocity during flight. Unfortunately, today I have a slight tailwind. Well, I guess fortunately, because it helps the distances, but so I won't be able to test into a headwind, but I think the flat top ones are going to be able to cut through headwinds probably better than any other disc you can find, because they're so aerodynamic and also have the stability. But I'm going to throw another set of X steps here with these. See if I can put some decent moves on them, hopefully. Still working through this new grip. My grip strength's not up to par yet because I've changed how my fingers wrap, so I don't blow my middle finger out again. And also just focusing on form, but let's see if we can, so this is the domiest one first. The real big, nice dome, 168, real good glide. And try to throw this out there. That's gonna go a long ways. I felt like I kind of slipped a little bit, but that most likely went over 500. We'll have to see on GPS. Okay, so now slightly less dome, slightly more stable. Oh, that's gonna go. Oh yeah. That's what we like to see right there. I'm gonna throw these stable ones on hyzers, kind of more like control hyzer style, out to maybe 400-ish, so we can see how that works for placement shots. I put that a little bit left, a little bit too steep. That's okay though, I'll adjust my line here. Yeah, I'm kind of throwing them bad. That's on me. Timing's a little bit off today. But you can see it holds the power nicely. Cool, I guess we got to run them through a test. So keep in mind I had like a 5 to 10 mile an hour tailwind, probably 5 miles an hour. And I'm at sea level, so as far as stability is concerned, keep that in mind. But thanks again, guys, over at Loft for sending me those. Hopefully I'll get some headwind tests here, especially with those beefy ones, so we can kind of compare them to 12 speeds, but I think they'll do really well. So yeah, I think I enjoyed the discs, and it's pretty special, especially the Domi ones, to have that much glide and that much speed. It's really cool. So I think as I adjust to my new grip technique, so I can hang on to that wide rim, should be able to get some better distance on them. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be back with another disc review coming soon. I got another company sending me some more of a disc I've been trying, so stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.